Savannah Turner first felt the call to missionary work when she was 17 on a mission trip with her family in Zambia. As a college student, she returned for 2 summers with a desire to help children in Zambia get an education. She helped start the nonprofit Hands of Hope USA to fund a school in Zambia, as well as operate a feeding program and a child scholarship program. And listen to this, she assumed the role of director of the Chikondi Community School and returned to the U.S. to finish her education and raise money. At just 20 years old, Savannah was a college student running a school in Zambia. Through the guidance of her professor, she says she was able to share her knowledge to train teachers in Africa. And it is just a great pleasure today to be able to talk about the Chikondi Community School with Savannah, who is here on my right, along with her mother, Ginger Keenan, and Ken Newsome, who is one of the board members for Hands of Hope USA. Savannah, it is amazing what you were able to do at a young age. And you are in education now, and that's what your passion is.
Yes, ma'am. I love education. I live and breathe it.
Yeah. And so on your first visit to Zambia, were you aware at age 17 that their education needs just weren't being met? What was it that sparked that interest?
Sure. So I went on a 3-week mission trip, and the first half was working in schools in the city, and we were doing evangelizing, teaching them just who Jesus is. And during that time, I was really inspired by the fact that we could talk about our faith with those students, but also seeing the poverty and the needs that the students and the community had really sparked an interest in me. So that's when I decided, or not really I decided, but the Lord just called me to come to Zambia again. But I didn't end up coming until I was in college again.
And as the mom on the sidelines, how did you feel about what was happening in your daughter?
Well, our family has always been involved in missions, and Savannah really felt called to Africa. So when she wanted to go back the second time, when she was in college, we were able to work out where she spent a couple months there. I think it was in her sophomore year in college. So.
Right. And is that where you met the man who was able to help you with the specific school and to get that started?
So I actually met him. He was one of the pastors we partnered with to be able to translate the things that we were saying to those students. And then I ended up living with some of his family members for a couple months the summer after my freshman year, and got to work with schools specifically for orphans and vulnerable children. And that is where we started the idea of creating our own school.
And from a school, you helped with the starting of the foundation, the Hands of Hope USA, and that's here?
Correct.
Okay.
So we have a board within the United States and a board within Zambia, and so through that we communicate with one another, and the board here actually provides a lot of assistance and ideas and just great things of dreams and making things happen, not only within the city but all throughout Zambia.
Well, Ken, you're on the board here for Hands of Hope USA. How did you learn about it, and what motivated you to get involved?
Savannah's grandparents.
Okay.
Nancy came to me and asked me if I would be interested in helping them in Zambia. I have a daughter that adopted a child from Ethiopia, so I had a heart for that, and I wanted to go. So it ended up, I flew over there Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and we saw the land. They've given us some land, we got the well in, and we came up with a vision to build a community there that could help them have jobs, grow food, have the school, have a place to worship. And so that's evolved out of that, which we're getting ready to start relatively soon.
Now, was it kind of startling maybe for some of the board members to realize that you're working with someone who is so young?
Not a bit.
Or does she yeah.
Not a bit.
Yeah.
She is very excited about it, and I go for that.
I think that is fantastic, because you really started this dream in your college years, and you said that you're even coming back and still being the director of that school. Your professors at Anderson University were instrumental for you.
Correct. project. So they really just helped me and encouraged me to take my faith further, but also to be able to realize that everyone deserves an education. Everyone deserves to know the kind of love that we have. And so as I was in college, I had realized this, the Lord had placed it on my heart, and eventually I answered that call. And when I got to go to Zambia, I was using every single bit and soaking up what I had learned in college to be able to train teachers and make a school that I know is at a higher standard and can give hope to these kids that really just don't have any.
You know, it's an amazing story, and it's so wonderful to tell it here right before Christmas. It is a story of love, and it's just a love that you have for people that you didn't even know on the other side of the world. How can people here help support the mission in Zambia?
Well, we've had people give offerings, I mean not offerings, but friends of mine and people I'm in contact want to support it. They've given checks, but we have a website that has all that information on it that they can donate to it.
Right. You can read a lot more about Savannah's project, about her school, and a link to the website by logging onto our website, WJBF.com. Just click the Jennie link in case you are motivated to donate as well. Savannah, Ginger, Ken, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Jennie. It's a new kind of diet soda, one that's not filled with chemicals that aren't good for us. The developer of Mesca, Clayton Otting, joins me after the break.